Okay, we're on with Chris Jensen, who is the president of the Coldwell Banker Utah Metro. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I will. I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thank you for taking the time and helping our students. Chris, could you tell our students how many offices do you oversee and how many agents are under your care?
I currently oversee 10 offices from Austin to Provo and out to Willa, 4 in Salt Lake, and I currently oversee or supervise 650 real estate agents.
Can you give us some idea about how many transactions that is that you're circulating through the brokerage every year?
Yes, last year Coldwell Banker was responsible for 5,900 transactions in Utah.
Wow, outstanding. You're a busy man, Chris.
Very busy.
Okay, another question for you. What brings you the most fulfillment in your position?
I think what brings me the most fulfillment in my position is seeing someone come into the industry and finding success that they never really dreamed that they could accomplish in their lives. And, it's for some people a life-changing experience. And that is by far the most rewarding aspect of my job.
Great, great. Thank you for that. What would you say your biggest problem that you face is?
Well, I think the biggest problem that we face as an industry, and, it's no different for us at Coldwell Banker, is that many people who get into our industry or enter into the real estate industry assume that this is an easy opportunity to cash in and make a lot of money, which is just not true. So I guess the biggest problem we face as a company are finding people who want to come into the industry and treat it like a profession, and treat it like a job, treat it like a business owner. When we find those people, we're very grateful because those people go on to make a lot of money, but they also go on to create a good name for Coldwell Banker. So that's what we're looking for. But I think that the biggest problem in the industry is that there's too many people getting into the industry that don't treat it like a job.
Interesting. Thanks, Chris. Have there been any surprises?
Yes, I mean, we get surprised all the time, but usually we're surprised by, technical issues, surveys, boundaries, loose transactions because of, inspection problems, radon problems, mold problems, but those surprises are just commonplace. But occasionally we get a good surprise. And, we find someone who gets into the business and are very successful, and those are the good kinds of surprises. So, yeah, we're all the time being surprised.
What do you think the future of the industry holds?
Well, I think that the future of the industry, that's an interesting question, because there's a lot of pressure right now on some discount brokerages, and there's a lot of pressure on our commission. And, I don't think that is the future of the industry. I think that there will be a separation between the discount brokerages and the more traditional brokerage houses that are providing full service. But I see that one of the biggest challenges to our industry are people who don't deliver exceptional service and therefore have to discount the brokerage fee, and therefore puts downward pressure on an agent's income, or therefore they have to sell more homes to make the same amount of money. So, we actually see a future in full service brokerage where we provide full service to our clients and give exceptional service to our clients, and we can charge a little bit more for that.
Right. So Coldwell Banker is a franchise model, correct?
Yes, we're a franchise model. The Coldwell Banker here in Utah that I work for is a company-owned store, so it is not an actual franchise. So Coldwell Banker does franchise out to independent businessmen who own Coldwell Bankers in markets outside of the Salt Lake City metro. And but yes, Coldwell Banker is a franchise model.
What advice would you give new brokers?
Advice to new brokers is, this is not an easy business to go into and assume that you're going to make big margins on your income. The margins are very small, and the overhead is actually quite expensive. You have rent to cover, you have salaries to cover, workman's comp to cover, utilities, and so on and so forth, advertising, web services, et cetera. So when it all boils down, the margins are really very skinny. So I think people who, think that they're going to get into the brokerage business and make huge sums of money, it's very rare and it's difficult. The margins are quite skinny. So what I would say is, I would probably advise most of the brokers getting their broker's license to find a brokerage to work for first, and then maybe branch out and open a small company. But it's very difficult to make money in the brokerage business. That's probably not what you wanted to hear.
Well, what we want to hear is we want to hear the truth about the problems and get serious about finding their solutions. Thank you, Chris, so much for spending some time with us today. I personally appreciate it, and I know our students will appreciate your wisdom on these issues. So thanks again, Chris.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure, Will. Thank you.